When the late spring drizzle wets the banana leaves in Qingzhao, a woman in plain clothes is grinding ink by the window, and her pen writes the words, "Last night the rain was sparse, and the wind was strong, and the heavy sleep did not dispel the residual wine on the rice paper." She is Qingzhao. This Song Dynasty poetess, known as the #1 talented woman through the ages. With a pen, she wrote all about the coquettishness of a girl, the lingering of a young woman, the loneliness of middle age, and the vicissitudes of old age. Her tea poems are like a crabapple blooming in the wind and rain of time, with both the freshness of Do you know? It should be green and fat, red and thin, and the fortitude of to live. One should be a hero among men, to die. One should be a spirit among ghosts. In the Chinese literary history, dominated by men, she uniquely blooms the wisdom and deep affection of women. In 1084 AD, Qingzhao was born into a scholarly family in Jiangqiu, Jinan. Her father, Li Gefei, was a disciple of Su Shi, and there were tens of thousands of books in the family. Her mother was a descendant of the top scholar and was knowledgeable and reasonable. Such a family atmosphere made her immersed in the fragrance of pen and ink since childhood. In her girlhood, Qingzhao was not as cautious as ordinary boudoir women. She would often remember the sunset at Ziding, so drunk that she didn't know the way back, drinking and enjoying the scenery by the stream, and didn't realize the way back until the evening. She would also lean on the door and look back, but smell the green plum, covering up her shyness when seeing a stranger with a playful posture. The Qi poems of this period, such as Are You Meng Ling and Dianzhang Chen, are full of vivid life atmosphere. When she wrote about the crabapple after rain, she would worry about green is fat and red is thin. When she wrote about the Lantern Festival, she would describe the bustle of wearing emerald crowns, twisting golden willows, and competing to be elegant. These words are not artificial at all, like a mountain spring flowing naturally, showing the sensitivity and agility of a girl incisively and vividly. Wang Xizhen, a scholar in the Qing dynasty, once commented on her early Qi poems, "The works of youth's traveling and appreciation are beautiful in both emotion and diction, as if seeing a boudoir beauty standing gracefully in the morning breeze and residual moon." At the age of 18, Qingzhao married Zhao Mingcheng, a student of the Imperial College. This marriage was the warmest time in her life. Zhao Mingcheng was obsessed with gold and stone calligraphy and paintings, and Qingzhao collected ancient books and textual research inscriptions with him. Their life was without heavy meat in food, without heavy colors in clothes, without pearls and jade ornaments on the head, and without gilded and embroidered tools in the room. All their savings were used for collection. Whenever they got a rare book, they would look at it and chew it together, often forgetting the passage of time. In the postscript to Jinshi Lu, Qingzhao recalled, "I have a good memory. After every meal, I sit in Gilei Tong, make tea, point to the piles of books and histories, and say that something is in a certain book, a certain volume, a certain page, and a certain line. We compete with each other by whether it's right or not to decide who drinks tea first. If I'm right, I raise my cup and laugh loudly so that the tea spills into my arms, and I can't drink it and get up." This kind of life full of elegance injected gentle and deep feelings into her Qi poems. She wrote one kind of acacia, two kinds of idle sorrow, expressing her concern when she was separated from Zhao Mingcheng. She wrote The West Wind rolls up the curtains, and the person is thinner than the chrysanthemum, turning the missing of the double ninth festival into a concrete image. The Qi poems at this time are like a cup of warm tea with a long aftertaste. The Jinkang incident was like a strong wind, blowing away Qingzhao's peaceful life. During her southward journey with Zhao Mingcheng, most of the gold, stone, calligraphy, and paintings collected over the years were lost. Soon after, Zhao Mingcheng died of illness, and the talented woman suddenly fell into a state of helplessness. The great pain of the country's destruction and family's ruin completely changed her style of qi, from the early freshness and liveliness to depression and sadness. Searching, cold, clear, desolate, miserable, sad. The opening of Shang Man uses 14 overlapping words, pouring out the inner loneliness and confusion, which is heartbreaking to read. But Li Qingzhao did not sink in suffering. She wrote in quatrains, "In summer to live, one should be a hero among men. To die, one should be a spirit among ghosts," expressing her indignation at the Southern Song Court's cowardice, and seeking comfort by using the illusion of Xiangyu, showing her integrity no less than that of men. In her later years, she wandered in Hangzhou, Jinhua, and other places, but never put down her pen. Her qi poems, such as "The Setting Sun Melts Gold," "The Evening Clouds Close Like Jade," "Where is the Person?" integrated personal sorrow with the vicissitudes of the times, reaching the state of plain language with deep feelings. Li Qingzhao's qi poems were compiled by later generations into Shiyu qi. Although only dozens of them have been handed down to this day, they occupy an important position in Chinese literary history. Her theory of qi is a separate genre, emphasizes that qi should pay attention to rhythm and artistic conception, which is different from poetry, and has a far-reaching impact on the qi world of later generations.